Qualcomm baseband processor in your phone is still transmitting right now, and the FCC can't stop it. California passed the law, Apple announced compliance. The hearings ended, and the system is still running. Today I'm showing you the kill switch protocol buried in every smartphone sold in America, and why the people meant to shut it down already lost. In 2014, after a wave of smartphone thefts, the California legislature passed SB 962, the Smartphone Anti-Theft Law. It required manufacturers to build a remote kill switch into every device, a mechanism that could permanently brick a stolen phone. Apple implemented activation lock. Google rolled out factory reset protection. The carriers signed a voluntary commitment with the CTIA. The story sold perfectly, technology protecting consumers. Within 18 months, smartphone theft dropped 40% in major cities. The program worked. The problem was solved. That is the official version. What nobody covered, what didn't make it into a single press release, is what else the kill switch infrastructure does. And who else has access to it? The kill switch isn't one feature, it's a protocol layer. It lives below the operating system, below iOS, below Android, inside the baseband firmware. The baseband is a separate processor running a separate operating system, managing every radio transmission your phone makes. Calls, texts, data packets. And that processor has always had the ability to receive and execute instructions from the network. Before SB 962, that capability existed but wasn't standardized. The law didn't create the kill switch. It formalized it. And in formalizing it, it created a universal, carrier-controlled, remotely executable command structure sitting on every device. The 3GPP technical specification, the international standard governing cellular communication, includes remote management and over-the-air provisioning. Those aren't features. Those are administrative commands. They don't require user consent. They don't require a notification. They execute silently at the firmware level before your operating system even loads. The FCC opened an inquiry in 2016. They asked carriers to explain what remote management actually covered. The carriers responded. The responses were filed, and then the inquiry closed without enforcement action. In 2019, a motherboard investigation revealed that major carriers AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon were selling real-time location data to third-party aggregators, not historical data. Real-time. The FCC fined all three carriers in 2020. AT&T, nearly $25 million. Verizon, $23 million. T-Mobile, $80 million. The carriers paid. And the infrastructure that made that data available, the baseband-level location telemetry, was never touched. Because it couldn't be. Here's the part nobody reported. The regulator already knew it couldn't be touched. Here's the mechanism. The baseband processor doesn't run on your clock. It doesn't follow your battery rules. It doesn't sleep when you put your phone face down. It maintains what the industry calls a persistent radio state, a constant low-power handshake with the nearest cell tower, updated every few seconds, logged by the carrier, stored in what is technically called a call detail record. That record contains your device's IMEI, a hardware-burned identifier that survives factory resets, operating system reinstalls, and new SIM cards. It cannot be changed. It cannot be spoofed at the baseband level, and under the Electronic Communications Privacy Act, a law written in 1986 before smartphones existed, that call detail record is not protected as content. It's metadata. Law enforcement doesn't need a warrant for it. Third parties with a carrier agreement can access it through a legal data product, and the companies selling access to that data aren't the carriers. They're intermediaries, location aggregators, data brokers, sitting between the carrier and the end buyer, insulated from direct regulation by their contractual distance from the source. The FCC regulates carriers. The FTC regulates data brokers. Neither agency has jurisdiction over both layers of the pipeline simultaneously. That gap is not an accident. That gap is the product. Your phone is pinging a tower right now. That ping is a call detail record. That record has your IMEI in it. That IMEI is tied to your name, your billing address, your carrier account, because you gave them that information when you activated the device. The record is stored for a minimum of 18 months, possibly longer depending on the carrier's internal policy and any law enforcement hold request on your account. You don't see those holds. You can't audit them. You can request your call detail records from your carrier and you'll get a partial picture. What you won't see is what they've already shared. Because under the current legal framework, carriers aren't required to notify you when your location data leaves their servers. The kill switch they built to protect you from phone theft runs on the exact same infrastructure used to track where you are right now in real time. So who benefits? The carriers collect the data. The brokers package it. The buyers range from bail bondsmen to hedge funds to government agencies operating with no warrant and no oversight. And the law that was supposed to shut it down, the kill switch mandate, built the very infrastructure that made all of this scalable and legally defensible. The question nobody's asking: if they can remotely brick your phone, what else can they quietly turn on?